Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin. Once again, thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So the market moves in waves, as you're fully aware, and right now everyone's getting really fearful, aren't they, of capitulation. Now we have got some FUD out today about China. Basically with the, I think they've gone into complete lockdown and the markets are reacting. The stock market's spitting its dummy out. The China markets have really tanked. So, you know, it's contributing to Bitcoin's big correction at the moment, but it's not falling through the floor, is it? You know, and a lot of people are expecting that. Potentially it could do. You know, I've not got a crystal ball, but I think that what Bitcoin's doing right now, coupled with on-chain analysis and what I've been showing you over the past, you know, since November, I do think, if anything, you're gearing up for another run here, not a bear market. Essentially, that's what I'm trying to say to you. So I think that what you might be looking at here, and again I could be completely wrong, but I do think that a lot of people are being shaken out here of this correction, because I think that you've got some kind of big monster complex wave 4 correction that Bitcoin's gone through. Okay, and you're looking at some kind of D leg right there, and this is potentially the E leg that you're putting in right now. And at the end of it, I do think wherever it is, you know, as long as you don't lose this C leg, okay, this is all about this low right now. This is a valid count that as long as you don't lose that, okay, you're potentially coming down this ABC correction, which I've gone through with you before. You know, low ball out in May or June or wherever. You know, as soon as this correction's done and you hold this low, most importantly just there for Bitcoin, your correction's done, and I think you're looking at a beautiful year end there for Bitcoin. Okay, because the bottom is relatively close. Okay, now obviously we can capitulate, anything can happen. But what we're doing right now, we're actually retracing to this low. So this is nice market structure, because look, you've got your low, you've got your high, okay, then you've got your higher low, and you've made a higher high. So at the minute you're coming up with stairs, okay, and what you're doing here, you're retracing to this low. Obviously you start to fall through that, you've got that key low right there, which is your key low of your C leg. Because look, if you lose the C leg, then all of this A, B, C, D, E, what I'm looking at will be invalidated right here for Bitcoin. So, you know, we're holding on by the skin of our teeth, basically. And, you know, people are getting really fearful, really bearish. But for me, I just think it's opportunity, because I think the long term for me for Bitcoin is fantastic, you know, and that's just my own thought. It's nothing to say is financial advice. So what I'm looking at right now is a potential 5 waves down here for Bitcoin to spell the end of this correction. Okay, so coming down 1, 2, 3, you can see the big 3 drop, then you come back up in the 4, and right now you're having the wave 5. Okay, and the market moves in 5 waves, like I said to you. You're coming down in 5 waves. Just there, you got the 5 wave moves. You got 1, 2, big 3. Look at that, you came up 4 and then boom, 5. Job done. Do you see that? And you came down, you retraced that low, and it's at this point this retracement came all the way down to 786. Okay, fantastic area to put bids in. So right now let's take a look at the 786 on this retracement for Bitcoin, okay, that I'm looking at when everyone's getting really fearful. So from here to here, let me show you the previous correction. And retracement was from there to there. Putting bids on the 786 was really fruitful, because at that point, you know, you started to come back up off 786 and you came up all the way up. Huge 36% move, okay, for Bitcoin. So just here we're tracing to this low again, and everyone's getting really fearful, and we've not even lost a low yet. You know, I would be fearful if you lose this low. If you come down and see Bitcoin trading below the 1 fib, then yeah, I think you're creating a reversal wave here and you're coming down, okay, and you trade accordingly, and you're looking at the minimal target 1272 at 31271. I've gone through this with you before, but what you're doing right now, this is your low, you come up impulsively and you're retracing to it, which is normal. It's what happens, okay? Don't get fearful, don't get bearish. It's normal, it's retracing. So right now, if you hold this low just here, the potential you come down this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down to the 786 at 36896, which is where I'm loaded up on longs on Bybit with a really tight stop loss. Where's my stop loss? The 1 fib, okay, because obviously if you come down, you're invalidating the impulsive move to the upside. So you can do all this on Bybit, okay, the links in each and every single video description. Don't be a degen, don't over leverage as well, most importantly. But right now, you know, you've got what we've got, 10 hours right now. Potentially Bitcoin could bottom out here and start to come up for the rest of the week. Now it's at this point here, if we bounce off this level, amazing, this was a 786, came up. It's at this point here, Bitcoin, if you bounce off this key level support, when everyone get really bearish, I do think that potentially right now you're going to put in some kind of ABC like this, and this is something I'm looking at. You've got this A wave down, this B leg high, okay, rally, and then a big C leg drop that has to hold this low in May. And at that point as well, when it starts to come down, everyone's going to get really bearish again, but all you're doing is retracing to these lows, okay, and you have to hold them. Fantastic correction over wave 4, complex wave 4 correction over, impulsive move to the upside for the rest of the year. That's potentially what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that update. Personally, what I'm doing, again, nothing I say is financial advice, for educational and entertainment purposes only, but I've loaded up on the 786 at 36896. You know, it could just bounce off for 702, but if we do start to see another roll, that would be a fantastic area to put bids in, and obviously always set a stop loss. My stop loss is currently on the 1 fib. Okay, and a small position basically, because if we do start to come up and retrace, you could be looking at a nice little impulsive move where, again, if it starts to create a little toppy pattern, I'm going to close along and it's going to come down, and then you're looking at a nice ABC, and that's it, that's correction done. Okay, and from there I think that you're going up for the rest of the year, but that's my own personal opinion. Okay, so at the minute I'm long on Bybit on the 786 at 36896 with a really tight stop loss down here on the 1 fib. Okay, hope you enjoyed that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone, back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Thank you for your support. Bye bye.